Hello, everybody. How are you? This is John with iiRcade Live number 34. The number 34. Yes, time flies by real quickly. Um, you know, we already are approaching the end of Kickstarter. It does feel like yesterday, if we remember, when we held our session where we were announcing it, right? And we were counting down together at the start of Kickstarter. That seems like yesterday. I can't believe the time flew by so quickly, and now we're almost to the end. In one hand, I'm sort of looking forward to getting some sleep. I haven't had that in a while. On the other hand, I sort of feel like, it was a lot of fun. It was really hard, but it was a lot of fun. So I'm like, oh man, if we had one more week, you know how that goes, right? When I was in college, when I'm studying for exams, I'm like, oh my god, if I had one more day, only if I had one more day. Um, yeah, it always happens. So right now I'm like, oh my god, if we only had one more week. But then again, I'm sort of looking forward to taking a little rest as well. Get some sleep. That'd be nice, right? Um, my friends are joining. How are you guys? Thank you so much for joining. Let me say hi. Wow, lots of people. Gambit, how are you, my friend? Rosa, how are you? Thanks for joining. William, how are you? Thanks for joining. Bruno B02. Wow, nice name. Thank you so much for joining. Sammy, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, we've been chatting a little bit, right? You have some great questions, so thank you so much for sending those out. Those are great. Ellen, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Sega. I can hear you say that, Scott. I can really hear you say that. Love it. Thanks for joining, my friend. Thanks for joining. Say, John. That's a new one. I love it. I haven't heard that one before. That's a new one. That's fantastic. I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? It's a happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I gotta tell you what happened yesterday, but I'll do that after my shout outs. Mark, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. 620,000. We'll talk about it in a second, but we're rolling. We're rolling. Mark, you must be have had a little bit of scary afternoon yesterday as well. We'll talk about that a little bit. Sam, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. John, hey, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining. Alan, always nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jean, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. John, how's it going? Johnny, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Marco, number 34. Yes. Thanks for joining, my friend. CR, how's it going? Thanks for joining, my friend. Marco, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Scott, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Oh, a lot of people. Hank, how's it going? Thanks for joining. 620K, baby. It's a little bit more to go. Little bit more to go. Jeff, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, Jeff, you know what? You became very, very famous in my home. My kids are always talking about you. He's like, is Jeff Rainwater joining today? They saw your picture, and they thought you look very nice in it. Afterwards, they're asking me about you. So you're very famous and popular. Yes, today we got some fancy countdown. I learned that from P-Dubs. He taught me a little trick where in the beginning it takes people a little bit of time to join. So he was saying he was doing countdown. So I figured I tried this out for a little fun, right? I'm learning every day. So I tried it out. I hope it was okay. Retro Collect, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining, my friend and family. Thanks for joining. Matt, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, Carlos, how's it going? Thank you for joining, my friend. So nice to see you. Gregory, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Matt, how's it going? Thanks for joining, my friend. Hope everything is going well over there where you're located. I won't say where unless you want me to, but hope everything is well over there. See, my screen just rolled up. Let me just go back real quickly. Sorry about that. Going up. Wow, a lot of people joined. Nice, nice. Daniel, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. You guys seen the seen the PR, I guess. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. Actually, we'll talk about that more on Friday. We'll give you some more info. Michael, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. John, how's it going? Thanks for joining, my friend. Paul, how's it going? Thank you for joining, my friend. Wow, lots of people joining. Anthony, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hassan, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Sean, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Brian, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Brad, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Kanti, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Wow, Paul, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Thank you so much, my friend. We'll talk. We'll tell you a little bit about Amazon. They are extremely excited about our product. We'll talk about that a little bit. But yeah, we have some really great traction on retail side. See, Jeff, you're absolutely right. It's not almost to the end. The fun is only about to begin. It's absolutely right. We'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about that. Things are going great. We'll keep you updated. Brad, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Shane, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Chandel, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Hey, Gabe, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Michael, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for joining. No rest yet. No rest yet. You know, I tell this to my friends. I cannot tell this to my wife, but I tell my friends, I go, hey, if I die, I'm going to be sleeping for the rest of my life. Why waste the time sleeping, right? Where I can be making, trying to make a difference and make a dent in the universe, right? Why sleep when you can do that? It's much more fun. Sleep is a waste of time. Yeah, but if I tell that to my wife, she'll kill me, so I cannot say that. But yeah. See, just looking the list. Hey, Cooper, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Yes, final days, very exciting. Actually, these final days are supposed to be really big too. So I'll tell you some more information there. Jen, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Corey, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Ben, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Eric, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Alfred, how are you? Thanks for joining. Wow, all my friends are here. Louis, how are you? Thanks for joining. Steve, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Daniel, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Wow, awesome. Lots of people. Steven, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Wow. Walt, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. John, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Carlos, how are you? Thanks for joining. All right, guys. Let's get started. Exciting week. The final week. You know, this final week is supposed to be the big one. This is where people are supposed to be making decisions. And people who were going back and forth, should I get in that? Should I get it or not? They're finally making decisions. And I'm sort of seeing that today. So whenever we get a pledge, I get an email. And I'm getting like emails with about, I don't know, maybe once in 5 to 10 minutes ago. Bing, 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 bing. And I check, and there's another pledge. I check, there's another pledge. And today it went pretty quick. I think we're right now at 621K. So we're definitely getting there. And especially with 48 hours left. That's when the real fun starts. That's when where people get really anxious and they're trying to make a decision. And from 48 hours on, this is when a lot of people are coming in. So our team are also preparing as well. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to make a huge difference in the last 48 hours, especially. I mean, we're again still seeing the effect right now. We have 66 hours to go, and I'm getting a lot. We're getting a lot of pledges today, but we'll see. 48 hours. That's where the fun starts. All right. Let me show you a couple stuff. Let's see. By the way, I was gonna turn on the final countdown, but ran out of time. Maybe on Friday. There it goes. All right, let's go through our board meeting real quickly. Slide time. Let's see. Stretch goal 600K. Whew. We blew past that. when quickly we achieve it. Oh, sorry. Oh, what happened? Sorry for that. We achieved it, and we're getting that. Now, next one is the 700K, which is the jukebox mode. I think everybody's looking forward to jukebox mode. So am I. Um, I think jukebox mode is going to be really awesome. Um, of course, who doesn't like jukebox, right? I love jukebox. Whenever I go to, those like 50s themed restaurants and things like that, they have jukeboxes. I always put in my quarter and play a song. It just reminds me of back in the days. I mean, I wasn't there when in the 50s, but you know, um, when I'm watching movies and just reminds me of the old days and things like that. So I do that from time to time. Where I went to school, I went to Purdue, and there we had a restaurant that had a jukebox and jukebox per each table actually, small jukeboxes, and those are pretty fun. So just reminds me of them. So I think jukebox mode is fun. I think that's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, it's extremely difficult to develop. So we're coming with some different ways. We're thinking about some different ways on how to make it happen. Like we think we found a way, but it's going to be very difficult to develop. So it's one of the reasons why I'm hoping we can make the 700K happen. Then we'll be able to make this happen. So let's continue making it happen. It's only less than 80K away, so I think we'll be able to make it happen. I have confidence. Everything is possible. Um, let's see. Referral program, real quickly, just going this over for those who are joining for the first time. Right, if you help to refer, we're giving back 10% to you in cash. iiRcade Rocks, iiRcade.rocks is where you go and you can sign up, and they'll give you a link, and you can give the link to your friends and family, and also post it on social media. And whoever clicks on that link to make a pledge and goes through to the end, then you'll be making 10% of that pledge. So I hope everybody can help. Right, with this help, you're also helping us to reach our stretch goal and also achieve the amount that we need to be able to go to these game companies and get more games as well. So please help us to achieve that. I think that would be awesome. Let's see. Next one. We're just communicating with Old School Gamer Magazine again, and we got confirmation that we will be on September issue. September issue, I think we're on 2 pages, so that's pretty big. And they really loved our product, right? So they said they want to continue following us in the magazine itself. So I am told that so their magazine gets published every 2 months, and he wants to put us on every single version or every single issue for the next week. Not next week, next year, for the next year. So from this September until next September, he'll be posting about us. So so we were very excited. He was very excited, and again, we said they're giving away free digital subscription for the rest of your life. So don't forget to sign up if you're interested. All right. One thing that I wanted to show you, we got some cool pictures, right? Whoa, awesome pictures. I think a couple of weeks ago I showed you some pictures, and we're getting a lot more. Handsome guys. Wow. I sort of had the feeling that everybody in our family is great looking, and I got the confirmation. Everybody's great looking. The t-shirts are looking very nice, and I was like, wow. So thank you so much for sending these in, and please, if you want a t-shirt and right, you received it, post them so that we can see them. Right, we gotta share your great looks. So thank you so much for sending these in. Now I want to show you one more picture that I thought was extremely special. Check this out. isn't that I was like, wow. And yeah, if I saw that picture, I think I would I would depend my life, not on Dirk, but on our family member. The person in the picture. If you're here, want to reveal yourself, please do. Then I will go ahead and follow up as well. Just in case he may or may not want to, then I won't say his name for now. But yeah, I thought that was awesome. With these, let's have a little bit of fun. Yeah, Mr. Broom Warrior, I totally agree with you. That broom was extremely scary. If I were the bad guy, I'm like, oh no, not the broom. All right, let's have a little bit of fun with this, right? Let's hold a contest. So let's hold a best T-shirt picture contest. If you received a iiRcade T-shirt by winning in one of our trivias, if you can take a picture and post them onto our fan page or our Facebook page and tag us, we'll pick out some of the best pictures and we'll show them to you on Friday. And we'll take a vote. We'll take a vote, and whoever gets the biggest number of votes will win a iiRcade limited edition hoodie. So, yeah. Friday, we're going to have some fun, right? Friday, we'll have some fun. It's a celebration day, so we'll have some fun. Again, so if you can post your pictures, let's have a contest. We have, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday. So we have about 3 days for you to post the pictures. So if you can do it, we'll have some fun. All right. Now with that, let's go to the main event. Woo! We're going to show you some games. Like we said, today is Sega Day. So we're going to show you Sega games today. Initially, I was going to show one game a week or one game a session, but sort of changed my mind. Going to show you 3 Sega games today because they're awesome. They're awesome. So great news that if you remember me saying that, so let's say we have catalog of games, right? We have to go through rigorous process to go through and make sure they're running really well. And they also, by the way, also have to be approved by publishers and things like that. And we've been working very hard on Sega games, right? Because they're awesome and they're very important. And all the Sega games are working perfectly on iiRcade. So that was a great news. There were couple games that had issues, but everything is now good, ready to go. And I'm going to show you that today. So we gotta give you some good news, right? All right, with that, let's go over to my PC. I'll show you the games, and then we can have another great conversation afterwards. So with that, let me switch over. Fantastic. There's our splash screen. Sorry, I'm moving over right now. And I got tangled up on my microphone, so give me 1 second. Okay. So here is our main screen. Yeah, please let me know if I have any audio issues. I don't think I do. But for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. Let me give you a quick overview of how this works. So above the screen, we have 2 speakers that are 100 watts or AKA 1.21 gigawatts with flux capacitor and nuclear bomb inside. And below you see 19 inches of beautiful display, high density display. And below that you see premium joysticks and controllers. On the right hand side, up at the top, you have the control panel, quote unquote, where on the right hand side you have a power button. If I press lightly, it sleeps. If press it again, it wakes up real quickly. If I hold on and press it for about 2 seconds, it'll power down. And if I do it again, it'll power up. It takes about 24 seconds, I believe it was, to come up, and you can start playing game in less than 30 seconds. Next to them, you have the coin button, power player 1, player 2 starts. And after that, you have the binding buttons. I think it's got about, I don't know, 15 to 20 different stats. So it has some really good controls. Next to that, you have the menu and pause button. During a game, if you press, it pauses. And then if you press it again, it unpauses so that you can resume your game. And then if you press and hold for 2 seconds, it comes back to this menu. And next to that, you have 3.5 millimeter headset jack. And also, of course, you can use Bluetooth to use your wireless headsets as well. Let me go over the menu real quickly. So you have several menus here. Today I just have all Sega games, so I can show you. Recent, it'll show you the list of all the recent games you played with the most recent game that you played first. Right? So I played Space Harrier, eSWAT, and Install. All will show you all the games that you have installed in the system. Right now, I just have Sega games in here. And then afterwards, it'll show you games per genre. So all the action games in alphabetical order. Platform games, one, racing, I have one installed, shooter and so forth. And then you have different settings. And today I do not have Wi-Fi connected because I was lazy. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we are going to dive into playing our first game. Today is Sega Day. So I got 3 Sega games. And for each one, I want to show you a video. So first one that I want to show you today, let me flip a coin. It's gonna be Sega. What do you think? That was Alien Storm. It's a very action-packed game. It's amazing. It's really awesome. And let me show you the game. By the way, the game really sort of reminds me of, if you've seen the movie called They Live, remind me of the game, where they have aliens that are hidden inside people's body, and they can sort of come out anytime. And this game sort of has that element in it. So that's sort of also brought me back. But let me show you. It's a 1990s game. Great graphics. There are 3 characters you can play. The man, there's a lady, and then there's a cyber robot. Which one should I go? I like the cyber robot. What do you think? I'll just do the cyber robot. Listen to the sound. How do you like that? Isn't that pretty cool? Lower the volume. Now let's start blasting some aliens. So you have those lot of aliens, anywhere from those flat aliens to, as you can see, everything in this environment can potentially be an alien, right? So look at those garbage cans, they can be an alien. The other two are also aliens. And, and human are also alien too. That scene was very reminding me of They Live, uh, one movie that starred Roddy Piper, if you remember from a while ago, the wrestler. He starred, and that was a sort of a B class movie, but awesome B class movie. If you wear certain sunglasses, then you can see and tell who's an alien or not. So let me do a little bit more move. So if I press B button, I can roll attack. Like that. Also, if I press C, I can blow myself up. And afterwards, you can see side back. But I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but anyway, if you listen to the sound of this game when I pumped it up about 2 minutes ago, sounds really amazing. Here we have now I'm at first person view part. And if I shoot those cans, there are hidden energy pellets that I can get. And these guys are coming after me. A little scary. I gotta save that lady. I'm not gonna shoot her, I'm just gonna shoot the alien. There we go. Alright. I feel like I just saved the world. So that was the first level complete, and there are many levels. Especially it's got some really cool bad guys. And here, I think I'm at a arcade actually, right? I'm just checking to make sure they're not aliens, like those guys. They are aliens. I'm gonna blow myself up. Get my head back. Isn't that cool? Those guys, I think, are aliens. Roll attack. Yeah, I think the cyber roll was pretty cool. The other characters are also pretty cool too, but oh, I died. Perfect time to die. And what do you think? It's got a lot of action, a lot of fun. It's an alien game, right? What can go wrong with an alien game? Alien games are always awesome. So anyway, that was Alien Storm. Just counting out. All right, game over. Then let's see what my score is. What is that guy giving me a 0 point, right? My 6.6. Now I just got one of the latest builds, and this build is supposed to have. I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to have high score save, which was our 500k stretch goal. So that was another good news. This version it saves high scores. So that was Alien Storm, my friends. Let's move on to the next game. Next game I have to show you, and of course I have to show you another video because it's a Sega game. What do you think I should show you? What do you think I'm about to show you? It's another. So Alien was sort of cyber. Next game is also another cyber game. Ready, guys? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, launch. Sega! How was that? Did you like that? eSWAT is also a 90s game, and this game, as we were told, has never been released outside of arcades. There was one version that I was told that was released, I think it was in Genesis, but it's not the same version. It's a completely different version. This game was never released outside of arcades. It's very first time ever that it's coming outside of arcades. So let me show you this game, Cyber Police eSWAT. Pump up the sound a little bit. All right, we're gonna press start. Getting excited? This game's awesome. I've played this a bit. And here I'm arresting these three guys. They're really bad gangster bosses. He goes, hey, let's party. Let me pump up the sound a little bit. It's got that Lenore sound music, relaxed, quiet kind of mood. Sort of reminds me of Dirty Harry, right? But the game itself is pretty hard. The people shooting from the top, that makes the game more difficult. And people shooting from left and right all over the place. Now, when I first, I pressed the start button pretty quickly, but when we look at the initial screen, if I press the start button, I'm just focusing on hitting those guys. Anyway, he's a cyber robot, half human, half robot, very similar to RoboCop. Oh, there's the bad guy boss. Let me get him first. So I'm warming me a little bit, right? All right, there we go. Come on. All right, you cannot beat him down. There you go, I got him. So I just arrested him. He's the first boss that has been arrested. Now this keeps on going, right? And as you can see on the bottom, I became a captain. As I grow, I get some really cool cyber, what's the best way? Cyber suits, right? Robotic suits. And as I said, our character is a half human, half robot, like RoboCop, and he keeps continuously evolve with better suits and things like that, which I think is really awesome. All right, shoot me. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's a really cool, what's the best way to put it? Side-scrolling shooter, right? Later on, as you see in the video, let me save the girl. I have to save the girl. Oops. Oh. Alright, do I have one more guy? Oh no, my game's over. Anyways, if I beat him, then this is the scene where the girl runs to me and kisses me, and then we go on to the next scene. Yeah, it's a hard game. It's a difficult game. But it's a fantastic game. So that was Cyber Police eSWAT. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Now let's move on to our final game of the day. Another Sega game. Isn't that awesome? Last Sega game, I also have to show you another video. By the way, this was one of the games that was very difficult to get up and running, and our team was able to make it happen, which I'm very, very happy about. Cyber Police eSWAT. So that was really cool. Especially this was never released outside of arcades, right? So it's probably one of the reasons why. But we were able to make it happen. So I was very, very happy. As you can see, it's running perfectly. All right, let's move on to our final game of the day, and then we'll go into some conversation. Final game of the day, you've probably seen this a lot. You probably played this a lot when you were young. And you'll probably be very happy to see this game. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Sega! Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
What do you think? Yeah, she's one of my love as well. Space Harrier. That brings me back. The difference between the version that I played, of course, I played in the arcade as well, but the all the games that we're bringing over from Sega are all original arcade versions. So, and I used to play this game a lot on, I think it was Genesis, right? So let me get to that. Space Harrier. This game makes my heart beat. She's a beautiful game. Let's start. Put some coins.
Welcome to the
Start.
fantasy zone.
Listen to
Get
the
ready.
sound, right? I'm gonna pump it up a little bit.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Yes. How was that? Let me, one more guy. Let me pump up the sound one more time,
Get ready.
and we'll party.
Get ready.
Oh, what'd you think? That was heart thumping. Oh my god, very exciting. Did you listen to the sound? Um, I wanted you to try listening to sound. Again, I'm not sure if Facebook was able to deliver that well, but it's got really amazing bass. It's got strong bass, um, surround sound where it really captures you, especially when you're listening to the music. And I can actually feel the thumping of the bass sound as well. That makes the game even more exciting because I can feel the game, right? I can feel the game. Um, and the game is very fast paced. Controls are dead on, spot on.
Welcome to the
Um,
fantasy zone. Get ready.
it's awesome. Wow. Yeah, this game deserved me to play silently. So I pumped up the music and played the game instead. Um, what'd you think? This was Space Area, my friends. Space Area. Um, the final game of the day. Let me go back to my PC and let's have some great conversation together. There you go. I'm back. What'd you think? Pretty cool, wasn't it? Sega games are always pretty cool. Not just pretty cool, that they're amazing. I think Sega games are really amazing. Um, yeah, mesmerizes me, right? So whenever I play a Sega game, it just draws me in. I am not in this world. I'm inside the game, in that world where I am the police. I am the person who's shooting the aliens. I am the guy who's flying, right? It really does make me feel like I'm those characters. I'm inside the game, and that's one of the big reasons why I love Sega games. Um, they make me fall in love with them. So um, I was so glad that we are able to get Sega games in. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well. Let me go back and look at some of your questions. Let's see. Mr. Retro Collect. Let me get your question. Mr. Screw Money. That's me, sir. Has there been any progress in getting twin stick games? I've been wanting a Curry Warriors and Heavy Barrel for twin stick. Thank you so much for those. Licensing games to take some time to do. And then we have, like, with a little exaggeration, about 1 million requests. But we'll get to them. No worries. Ikari Warriors also was one of my favorite games at the time. What's the best way to put it? When I bought my Nintendo Entertainment System and the original NES, Ikari Warriors was the very first game that I bought, and that was a lot of fun. Um, but absolutely, twin sticks functionality is one of the big differentiators that iiRcade is able to offer, and we'll make sure we bring more of them. So stay tuned. Thank you for the question. Going down the list. Hey, Christina, how are you? Thanks for joining. She's talking about. I don't think the broom is going to help. I think she's talking about the Dragon Slayer family picture. I was actually afraid of the broom, more than the sword. I thought that picture was great. Let me go down the list. Let's see. Going down. I see the word Bonanza Brothers. Sean, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. I will show them next. That will be my next game to show. Bonanza Brothers is awesome. System 24 game. Great graphics. Again, game that sort of reminds me of Spy vs. Spy. Sort of. But again, that's a game that makes me really feel that I shouldn't be saying this, but stealing is fun. But yeah, only if it's stealing and it's virtual. Going, let me search the list. Going down the list, looking for questions. Christina, you need some "Rise from Your Grave" action. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. So do I. I used to love the game. That's the game that came with my, I believe it was Genesis, right? It came with it, and it was an amazing game. Yeah, I played that game to death. We'll work on it. That's one game that I want to bring over as well. Going down the list. Chandel. Yay, I'm so happy it's Sega Day today. I think today is my day. Also my day as well. I'm a Sega boy. If I look somewhere, maybe my forehead or something, it probably says Sega on it, SEGA. If you look carefully, it's probably in there somewhere. I'm a Sega boy. Let's see. Oh, Bonanza Brothers is spelled wrong on the machine. That was me. Right. Some of these games, when I was preparing, I prepare myself. Right. Everything that I do, I try to prepare myself because it gives you the personal touch. Right. So I try to do that, but sometimes I just run out of time. 24 hours is not enough. So I'm a human. I make mistakes. Great thing though. When I was at school, if I make mistakes, I get points taken off. Here, um, I'm with my family. What do I have to be worried about? You guys are my family. So I'm very, very comfortable. I'm right now in my most comfortable world in the my most comfortable world with my favorite people. So I'm very comfortable. Um, so I think I try to get everything done as well as I can, as much as I can, and as perfect as I can. But sometimes I make mistakes. So my if, uh, please forgive me if I have any mistakes. Try not to make them. Sometimes I'm finding out that I'm a human, not a cyborg. Not a cyborg. I thank you for that. Appreciate it. Hey, Gunter, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Great to see my friends. Great to see my friends. Um, let's see, going down the list. Man, I love these kind of questions or statements. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. Um, that kind of statements are coming from the great people directly from their hearts. And love those sentences. Thank you so much for that, Christina. Appreciate it. You certainly made my day by sending that. So thank you for that. Let's see. Retro Collect. Let me get to your question. At the moment, which delivery carrier seems to be getting your business? USPS, UPS, FedEx, DHL? Great question. So what's happening is we have a warehouse partner, and we're going to be using, but they have partnership with couriers, several different couriers, and they get some great discounts. So the prices that we're getting for shipments are much, much better than if we go to, for example, FedEx individually and ship. Just to give you a little idea, I've been shipping my device all over the place, right? When I was going to Miami for Super Bowl or LA for Grammys and things like that, each one shipping costs anywhere from 250 to 500, 250 to 300. So two pieces, that was like 5 to 600. I'm like, whoa, that's really expensive. But our prices are much, much, much cheaper. Right now, I believe we're at like 23 to 45 per piece. So it's much cheaper than if we go there and ship ourselves individually as a person, right? So that's the good news. They got big volume discounts. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, their main choice and main partner is FedEx. So I believe we're using FedEx most of the time. I think USPS, we're sort of trying to avoid, I think. I've heard some stories about uh, taxes, especially when shipping to our friends in Canada and so forth. So we're not going to be using them. I think it's mostly going to be FedEx, but I got to talk to them more about it. I think we have some choices, but again, I think they get biggest discounts with FedEx. So I hope that answered your question. See, Michael, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Do we have access to dip switches? Great question. Not at launch, not at launch, but this is something that we're thinking about, and we'll keep you updated. I think most of the people won't be using dip switch settings anyway, because we want people to enjoy games, right? Instead of spending a lot of time setting up the game and then go, hey, it took too much time to set my game. I'm tired now. I'm going to go to sleep. That happened to me many times. So one of the reasons why I am sort of against having too many settings menu is because of that simplicity. I just want to be simple, right? I just want to play a game, and I just want to play it and have fun, and then turn off and go to sleep. Why not? So this is one of the areas that we're trying to accelerate and excel the most, and that's simplicity. But we'll look into dip settings if needed. We'll look into it. But again, I don't think most of the people will be using it. Most people will be focused on playing the game. So, but we'll keep you updated. Thanks for that. Hey, Prentice, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Those speakers sound great. Thank you so much. I think if you listen to it live, right in front of the device, it'll sound much better than even what you're hearing through Facebook Live right now. Experience that I've had is Facebook Live or wherever you're listening from, either Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. Over the internet, it doesn't sound like the sound quality or sound experience is getting transmitted well. But if it sounded great on your side, uh, right, via the transmission over the internet, if you and you thought this sounded great, if you listen to it live, then you're gonna feel that it sounds amazing. Um, it is amazing. I can't wait to have you try it, but it's great. Thank you so much for that. Um, Going down the list. Let's see. Christina, let me get to your question. Is it possible to see the game store where we can purchase games via the iiRcade? Great question. You'll be able to see it by the time you get your device. Right now, we're going through some UI updates. So what we did is, initially we implemented it with a very simple UI, so that we can focus on getting the functionality in first. Now we made that happen. Now we're going back and revamping the UI. So UI looks really beautiful and simple to use and things like that. It will be very easy to use and very beautiful. So we're working on that. We'll probably be done by the time we ship the product out to you. So you'll be able to see the store and access it at the time. So if you can give us a little bit of time, that'd be great. Right now, even if I showed it to you, I can show it to you, but it's going to be different anyway. So let's see. Ed, how are you, my friend? Let me get to your question. Question, John, about you selling on Amazon. Will that include Amazon Canada as well? And is it going to be fulfilled by Amazon? Or are you just going to be selling on Amazon and fulfilling from your warehouse? Great question. I got to talk to my Amazon person. But I believe, right, they're going to be fulfilling it from Amazon's warehouse. And what was the first part of the question? Who will be selling include Amazon Canada? Great question. I gotta ask them. I did not ask that question before. My apologies. We'll ask. We'll ask. But yeah, we have to learn more about how Amazon does it here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do put it on Amazon Canada, but we'll check it out. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. Going down the list. See another question. Question, John. Next time, can you showcase brightness, data, and error reporting? I've never seen those. I've never seen those games. Those are awesome games, Scott. I love to play brightness. Why do I why should how about I'm sorry. I haven't slept too much yesterday, so I'm babbling right now. So my sincere apologies for that. Let me show you now. Right now is always the best time, right? So if you can give me 1 second, I'll just show it to you. FYI, day functionality we're still working on. Actually, the functionality was so simple that we said we'll do it later. We focused on the difficult ones first, and we forgot to implement the date functionality change. So we're gonna be working on that. Error reporting is basically getting your consent to see if any software issue happens. Can we collect the log and send it to ourselves? And you're not gonna be identified with it. So that we can fix your issues and update them via software. Saying yes to this will be very helpful for us. Right now, the functionality, we're just asking and collecting the yes or no. And later on, we'll probably implement this feature so that we can collect all the errors and fix them for you, so that you can have a better experience. But right now, at the moment at least, the collection feature is not there. We're just getting your consent. But let me show you brightness and everything. If you can give me 1 second. And let me turn this off. sorry, I think my power went out again. Sorry, let me check my power adapter. I need to change my power adapter. So apologies. And my multi-tap, right? No, I should call it multi-tap. It's old, and it's right now got like 10,000 things connected to it. So sometimes it does that. Um, my apologies, but here's the power up sequence anyway. It comes up pretty quickly, so I'll be able to show you those functionalities. All right. So let me go to settings. So brightness, I just go left. I can control brightness. It goes down pretty dark. If I press A, as you can see, it's much darker. And if I move to the right, it becomes brighter. It's much brighter now, so you can see how it works. Date. Right now, it just tells me whatever it has stored. But we're going to make it so that it's changeable, or getting the time from the internet, one of the two, but we'll see. Error recording is not implemented, so we'll get this function implemented. These are very easy, so that's the reason why. So we have several others, like setting up Wi-Fi, reset. That's going to bring your device back to the factory state. Login is going to basically allow you to put in your login information so that your device is connected to a server. Language right now is only English, but later on we'll add more language, and information is basically information about your device. So that was settings, but we're looking into implementing some more settings element too. So stay tuned. Let me show myself. Let's see, going back up. My tool sort of like keeps on going down without asking me. So I think I lost some questions here. So my sincere apologies if I did. I'll try to go back and answer them. Let's see. Gabe, how are you, my friend? Let me get to your question. Question: is there an auto fire option for shooters like Strikers 1945, so you don't have to mash the button? Great question. I sort of believe in mashing the button. If you press and hold and it shoots for you, there's no fun in playing that in arcade games, right? We have to exercise our fingers a little bit. So I think now, from a capability perspective, can we make a game so that a button does auto fire? The answer is yes. Our operating system is very configurable, so we can do things like this. Patented technology. But from an experience perspective, we'll see. But I think we'll probably make it so that it's not auto fire. And if you, right, some of the devices had, some of the games had auto fire on by default, and we turned them off because it doesn't give you the same experience. You really have to mash the button, right? But we'll see if there's more requests. Maybe we can turn some of the games into auto fire. But I think experience will be much more fun if it's manual. Cars too, right? Automatic cars are less fun than if you have a manual car. If you have a sports car, you have to have a manual car so that you can actually control the car, right? Have full control over the car. I think games as well. I think you want to have full control of the game. And in order to make that happen, manual is great. But again, if there's lots of requests, we can change that, not a problem. So thank you so much for the great question. Going down the list. Looking for the word QUESTION or a question mark. Oh, by the way, when I was showing you the video, I clicked in a comment by accident. I mean, I didn't read it. I didn't even know that it was pressed, and I pressed this. Thank you so much for the content. I really appreciate it. I didn't know that it was pressed. Honest to God, I didn't know. And Wow. If I'm so thankful that it was a great comment. Thank you so much for that, Gunther. If it was like, John, you're horrible, that would have been funny. Thank you for that. Going down the list, I see a lot of this game looks fun. See. Oh, thank you, officer. I can't. I think this was when we were showing cyber police eSWAT. Let's see. Let me get to Christina's question. Are the joysticks on the Dragon Slayer Cat 4-way or 8-way? Great question. Our controllers are 8-way, but we have a technology where we can sort of configure our game settings for each game to sort of make it 2-way, 4-way, or 8-way. Patented technology. um, so we got to see. I think Dragon Slayer original one, I believe it was 4-way, right? So if 4-way works better, then we'll probably implement it that way. We'll see. We'll see. But our joysticks are 8-way, and again, we're trying to implement so that we can bring the experiences of other configurations. So we'll keep you updated there. Going down the list. Gunther, you had a long statement. Let me just read this. Great selection of games, and to be very serious, the controls sound high quality. Not a ton of clicking and clacking going on. Oh, thank you so much. I really love our controllers. The one that I'm using right now are not Sanwa. These are the standard controllers, and these are probably the best standard controllers I've ever seen. And I've played with quite a few. These controllers were again selected after evaluating about over 50 different joysticks, and I was comparing them with the original Sanwa. And if you close your eyes, I've actually done blind testing, and people could not tell a difference. And certain people, when they came over to our CES booth back in January and tried these out, many people thought these were original Sanwa joysticks. So it feels really good. Going down the list. Man, I can't wait for you to try the device and play the game on it. I really, really cannot. When you get your units, you have to take a picture of your very first impression when you first turn on the device, and you gotta send me a picture of your facial expression. I'm very, very curious to see. I have a feeling that your facial expression will probably be very similar to mine when I first turned on the device. I was like, holy cow! Yeah, I would love to see those pictures. Let's see. Going down the list. Wow, there are a lot of comments today. I see a Space Harrier Rocks. I love this game. I really love this game. I can play this game for hours. Pure action, right? Pure action. Going down the list. You know, this is the type of experience that I had as well. These games, I had a lot of quarters, but it was never enough. Most of the arcade games I probably haven't finished. They were hard and took a lot of my quarters. Whenever I got my allowance, I just went to arcades and played games, and still didn't have enough money. So most of the games I never solved. Actually, maybe none of the games. Oh, never mind. Street Fighter. I went to the end with all different characters. So that's an exception. The other games I probably haven't finished, and I need to. And now I can. Going down the list. Oh my god, I love this game, Spy Hunter. 1984. Used to play this game all the time. I used to sing to those tunes and like moving my body while I'm playing. That was a good game. That was a great game. Um, I'm gonna try to get the game. I'm definitely gonna try to get the game. Love it. Um, Going down the list, looking for question. I see another question with the dollar signs. Opens my eyes. Right. I am Mr. Screw. I'm Mr. Screw Money, but dollar signs because I need to screw money. Um, Opens my eyes. When we blow the 700K stretch goal out of the water, what's the 800K stretch goal? Oh my God, Jeff, you're gonna be very, very surprised. I actually had something really cool for 800K. Um, I actually had one for a million as well. I'm sure they'll probably drive you curious on what they are. I probably shouldn't say because you may be surprised, but maybe I shouldn't say. But those are some really cool features. We have a lot of amazing ideas on what we want to do with iiRcade, and you'll be surprised as the time goes and we get these implemented and get them over to you. You'll be surprised. Yeah, these ideas that we're just showing you right now are just the beginning. And maybe I gave you too much. Going down the list. Let's see. Nicholas, let me get to your question. Hey, John, I know super early birds are supposed to be receiving their arcades before end of 2020. When will early birds will be receiving their machines? All locations, please. Great question. Right now, they're targeted for end of October. So, end of October, we are scheduled to receive our units in our warehouse, and then we will be shipping them out from our warehouse directly from there. So now from then on, it all depends on how far you live. Our warehouse is in Southern California, so it depends on how far you live from Southern California. And that information I am not an expert on, so I don't think I should comment too much. But that's where we are at the moment from schedule perspective, assuming that there is no further delay. And so far, things are looking okay. So far, things are looking good. So, fingers crossed. Going down the list. Let's see. Van, let me get to your question. By the way, I love your picture. What is that in your hand? I thought initially I thought that was a video camera, but looks very shiny. Maybe it's a trophy. By the way, great job partnering with Sega. Thank you so much for that. I'm very excited. Are you trying to work with other companies like Capcom and Konami? If so, which ones potentially? Great question. Unfortunately, I'm not able to say right now, but let me get to you when the time is ready. Best thing comes to those who wait. Ketchup. That's a famous statement by Ketchup, and I love this statement. But when the time comes, we'll definitely let you know. So thank you for that. Let's see. Going down the list. I'm looking for a question mark. Let's see. I see a concern from Christina to make sure the packaging is well protected. I totally agree with you. This is one of the reasons why we're performing shipment tests. So some time ago, we had our first shipment test that I showed you. And unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to go back to our warehouse at all to check it out, but I intend to. But we're going to be continuously checking our shipping and boxes and making sure that we have a great combination and great solution to protect our products. We're going to try to make it as perfect as we can. So we'll see, fingers crossed. We're going to continue testing as well. So thank you for that. Going down the list, I'm looking for a question mark. Tyler, I saw a question mark. Ring King or Ready to Rumble? Any kind of boxing. We have a couple of boxing games. Best Buy Boxing is one. The others I have to check my list. But Ring King and Radio Rama, those are fantastic games. We'll investigate. I'll put them into our to-do list, and we'll look into it. So thank you so much for that. Next question mark that I see is from Dominique. Thanks for joining. John, do you guys have plans to do a online leaderboard system? Great question. I want to. I want to versus do we have plans or can we do it? Are two totally different things. But we'll look into it. We'll definitely look into it. I think this is one thing that I do want to make happen. So we'll see. Thank you so much for that. Scott, late to the chat, but Karate Champ was my favorite dualistic game. That was a fantastic game, Karate Champ. It was hard. It was very hard. I believe like one kick really kills you. So that was hard. But it was a great game for the time. Going down the list, I think I'm getting almost to the end. Going down the list, I'm looking for questions. Kenny, I saw a question. Question, John. Do you see the possibility of a marquee more of an addition from iiRcade or an aftermarket item? Great question. From us, I don't know. Right now, there's no plan, but we'll see. We got a lot of requests for lighting marquee. So I don't know that way. If it were that may be something that we will look into, but we'll see. Aftermarket item, I do not know. I think that all depends on third party. So we'll see. I'm hoping. But we'll see. So thank you for that. Mike, I saw another question from you. Will the shipping cost be added this Friday or later down the road? Great question. I think that's going to be more later down the road because we're going to be continuously investigating to reduce the shipping cost as much as possible. And I do not want to charge you until we have a more definite answer, right? So if these were charged now, which is going to be done by Kickstarter, then number one, obviously Kickstarter is going to take their commission, their portion out of your shipping cost, and then we get the rest. And then afterwards, right, the prices that we have right now are probably gonna be more expensive than what we're able to get later on. And if we're able to reduce the prices down, then giving refunds is always difficult, right? From process perspective, right? And you obviously don't want to give up money ahead of time and getting refund back later, which is not most effective. So what we've decided to do is instead of that, let's hold off. And when we have our final shipping cost, then we're just gonna be we'll just charge for the shipping cost as is, right? As what we're getting from these shippers, so that it doesn't hinder. It minimizes the hindrance from your side. So that's the reason why. I hope I make sense. Right now I'm like, I haven't gotten much sleep, so I know I'm mumbling. So my apologies for that. But if I'm not communicating this well, please do let me know. I will repeat again. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. Going down the list. Steve, how's it going, my friend? Let me get to your question. I see the word question with 6 stars. Will you be testing wireless HDMI adapter performance for the HDMI port? Great question. Probably not, because wireless HDMI adapter would be more third party, and we will be testing their product, not our product. So it's not really related per se to our product directly. Testing should be done by the HDMI adapter company, and there are many options out there. So we probably won't, but yeah, if we do, we'll let you know. But right now, there's no plan. So thank you for that. Let me go to next question. Retro Collect. another question with a lot of plus marks. And Ikari Warriors, what is it? Icon, which game I love. Once Kickstarter ends, will we be able to sign up to choose our username on the website? Um, I believe so. Yes. I don't know if it's going to be directly once it ends. So once it ends, we'll give you more details on Friday, but you'll be able to create a account for something called BackerKit, where you'll be able to manage all the um, account related stuff related to Kickstarter pledges, right? And then later on, when you're getting your device, and I think you can probably create your IDs and create your usernames and things like that at the time. But we'll keep you updated on the progress. Thank you for that. Going down the list. Let's see. Brad, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Chong, I have an iPhone. How will I access the game store? Will it be PC accessible? Great question. Thanks for that. So, iPhone users are very, very important for us, right? And we're trying to find the best way to do this. So at the same time, we're also trying to avoid Apple Store due to the obvious reasons. So we're trying to find out the best way to do this. If we're able to have an application outside of Apple Store and be able to install onto iPhone, then we're going to be doing the application way. If it's not possible, then we'll probably create you'll be able to access it using web page, and it'll look exactly the same. It'll feel exactly the same, and so forth. And then on top of that, you'll be able to access from your PC using a browser, etc., etc. So there's going to be many different ways that we're looking into right now, but we're going to make sure that you have a great experience. That's our number one goal. So we'll look into that and make that happen. Thanks for that. Going down the list, looking for questions, and I think we've gone almost 78 minutes. So I'll try to wrap it up as quickly as I can. Thank you so much for staying with me. Let's see. Going down the list. I think I answered this question. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of questions on online leaderboard capabilities. Going down the list. Here's a question. Let me look at the question. Hey Scott, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. Question: are you going to be adding more slots to the Kickstarter for pledges? There's not many left, and it's not enough to reach the 700K goal. I believe my team is doing that. So my team is monitoring the situation, and right, depending on the need, they're going to be doing the needful. I think I stopped several pledge tiers already. But my team is working on that. They're gonna be optimizing everything so that we can hit the goal. So we'll make sure that we can hit the goal. So let's continue pushing. Let's make it happen together. Thank you for the great question. Going down the list. Looking for a question and question mark. Brian, wow, this is new. QUESTION with spaces in the between. That's really cool. Will this have firmware updates? Absolutely. In fact, this is one of the tools that we want to utilize to our best of advantage, so that we can continuously deliver you more functionalities and features, so that your device always feels like new. That's what we want iiRcade experience to be, and the premium experience that it is meant to be. So the answer is yes, definitely yes. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. I think maybe I'll take one more question. Just looking in. Shane, I'll go to your question. Question: Scan lines available. Thanks for the great question. Not at launch, not at launch, but again, anything is possible. And if there are enough requests, then we'll definitely look into it. Um, so, if there are any features that you would like to see, please keep them coming. So, thank you so much for that. Um, I think I got just a couple more questions at the end, so let me get to them. Prince, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining. How are you cleaning your machine? What are the do's and don'ts? Dry cloth, little index, no index, etc. Great question. Actually, I don't see any restrictions, or I haven't heard of any restrictions. I just take some water and just clean, right? And it works. It does a job. Never used the Windex, but I don't see any issues of using it. I've never tried it though. Never tried it. Um, I'll talk to our factory and see if there are any do's and don'ts, and I'll let you know if there is. But as of now, I haven't heard anything. So I just clean my device with water, and it stays pretty clean by itself actually. So I'm not too concerned. Um, Sometimes I wipe off the screen. That's about it, because there's a lot of dust in my basement dungeon, and I just wipe off the dust. But otherwise, it stays pretty clean by itself. So I'm pretty happy. So thanks for that. Game librarian, welcome to our session, my friend. Will there be Ethernet cable or USB? Answer is no. Ethernet cable we didn't include because we wanted this to be a just plug into the wall and ready to go experience. And one of the reasons why we included the fastest available widely spread internet right now, which is Wi-Fi 5, 802.11ac. USB we didn't include because this was like the biggest route to piracy, and we are going to make sure that piracy is prevented any way possible. So definitely no USB. But say thank you for the question. Last question. Let me get to yours, Eric. Question: Will it void out warranty if we use third-party light up buttons? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. The reason is because you have to open up the control box to install new buttons, and opening up control will unfortunately void out warranty. Yeah, but yeah, for this specific case, I think it will. So anyway, I think that was the last question that I had. Hope you had some fun. I had a lot of fun. This was amazing. I got to play Sega games. Yes, I'm so happy. But I know we went for a long time again. I sincerely appreciate staying with me until the end. So thank you so much for that. Next Friday. But this is actually gonna be right now. This one is gonna be the actual last session before the Kickstarter ends. So it's sort of significant, right? So next session on Friday, we'll party. We'll party. The hard work is done. It's time to party. So last Friday we'll be focusing more on giving you information and things like that. We'll party, and then we'll go from there. But this one I think is probably quote unquote the last one. While Kickstarter is still up, we still have about right now 65 hours to go. We're right now at 621.6, so we're getting there. I sincerely think that we can hit 700K goal if we hold our hands together and make this happen together. So let's go ahead and make this happen, and let's claim that jukebox mode. I really want that feature as well. Again, if you haven't signed up for the referral program, please do so. It'll give you 10% of the pledge. I think it's pretty significant. And if you get 10, that'll probably help pay for your union as well. Let's go ahead and make that happen together, my friends. Thank you so much for that. And next Friday, same time, we'll have some fun. So we'll see you there. Everybody, thank you so much for being here with me today. Had a lot of fun. Tuesdays and Fridays are my favorite days. Thanks so much to you. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you on Friday. Thank you so much, everybody.